Hi, today we're going to talk about this ginormous pile of fabric beside me, all my sewing plans for the upcoming months. I want to have an entirely handmade wardrobe, and I want it to be extremely layerable and versatile, kind of like a capsule wardrobe. I get cold very easily, so I need to be able to layer everything so that I can be warm enough. Let's start at the skin layer and work our way out. I have not bought a new pair of underwear in at least 6 years because I've been making my own. Emerald Erin has wonderful patterns. She's a Canadian like myself. She has this really nice underwear pattern that I've been using for a couple of years now. I've tried a few underwear patterns and this one's my go-to favorite right now. I want to make a few pairs of this. I will probably film the process. I have this stretchy, soft fabric that I got from the thrift store. I believe I paid $3 for this. I'm going to use this for this underwear. I also have fold-over elastic that I use for the edges, and you're supposed to use cotton on the gusset. I believe I have cotton scraps in my lingerie basket, so I will use that for the gusset for more breathability. I need more bras. I got this fabric from Emerald Erin. It's a duoplex, so this is really good for bras because it's stable. I never realized that bras needed to be stable because I always thought about the elastic in them as doing the work, but you need stability in the bra cups as well as the cradle. I'm going to do a video on this as well. I'm going to be drafting my own pattern. Emerald Erin has some great patterns, but I can never get her bras to fit me, even though they are gorgeous. I will link the tutorial that I am planning to use below. I've already made a bra using this tutorial, but I used a silk dressing gown to make it that I got from the thrift store, and it was low quality silk, so the bra didn't last very long. So I wanted something sturdier because bras take a lot of work, especially if you're drafting the pattern, and I wanted it to last for a long time. This is a lot of fabric to make underwear out of, so I also plan to make the stelling tee with this, and then with the leftover fabric I'll make underwear. I love French Navy patterns, and this one's free. You can get it on their website. It's just a basic t-shirt, and I'm going to use this fabric for that. I talk about French Navy patterns a lot. I've recently made this one. You may have seen it in my recent Everything I Made video. I love the vetiver top, and I really like how it is with this collar and with the ruffle on the bottom. It is absolutely adorable. I have this blue and white striped cotton that I think will be very fun for making this, especially if I make the stripes go one way on one pattern piece and then the other way on another pattern piece so that the stripes go in multiple ways on the blouse. I think that would be very fun. So I'm going to make blouses out of this. I said blouses, I meant blouse. The next blouse I want to make is this blouse. I kind of want like a Gibson girl-esque style blouse, and I think that this will give me that. I got this pattern at the thrift store for like 50 cents or something. It's a size 12. I have not checked to see if all the pieces are there, so hopefully they are. I'm going to use this white cotton that I got at the thrift store. I believe this is a shirting material, which will be perfect for making a blouse. I want to make this vest, which I bought on sale for like $3 on Etsy. It's called the Cropped Marie Vest by Cinnamon Doll Crochet, I believe. If I am wrong, it will say the right pattern or company name in the description. I have this lovely green wool that I got at the thrift store a few years ago, and this will work so well at keeping me warm. I might even line it with cotton flannel just so that I am extra warm. This will be so nice for winter. I hope to make some knit or crochet vests as well, but I will talk about those in a knit or crochet podcast that's upcoming. I talked about this in my last sewing plans video, or rather the first sewing plans video I made on this channel. I want to make a blazer because that's an excellent layering piece. I am very nervous to make a blazer. I've never made a blazer before, and there's a lot of techniques that I've never done. So it'd be a big learning experience, which is good for me, but I'm scared, so I keep putting it off. This is a free pattern from Mood. Maybe I should make a mock-up before I go right into the wool, because maybe that's what's holding me back. So maybe I'll make a cotton mock-up or like a denim mock-up. That'd be cute, eh? The fabric I have for this is the same fabric that I showed in that initial video, but I will show it again. It's this black wool I got at the thrift store. And then I have this blue polyester lining material that I'll use for the lining. Pants. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that pants frustrate me. I do not like making pants. I made one set of pants earlier this year, the Calumet pants, which is a free pattern by Mood. I have a tricky body type to fit. My hips are 2 sizes bigger than my waist. I've been slowly losing weight over the last 3 years, and so my pants are all too big now, which is a nice problem to have, but it also means that I need to get all new pants that fit me. I want to make them all myself. I'm not going to hold myself to that, because sometimes you just need to go to the thrift store to get a quick pair of pants that fit, so that you aren't held back by the pressure of needing to make pants, because that's very stressful. But I just found this pattern for pants on Instagram. It's the Chantal pants and shorts by So Liberated. They have an extension pack that makes it so that it closes with a zipper instead of just being pull on. And what I learned from the Calumet pants is that I need them to be able to go over my hips with a zipper, and then also fitted at the waist with an elastic. And so I think that this pattern will have a lot of wiggle room for me as far as fit goes. So I'm going to make 2 pairs of these, which maybe is a mistake, because that's what stressed me out about the Calumet pants, is making 2 right in a row. But I'm not using the same material this time. I have different materials for both pairs of pants, which will make it at least a little bit more interesting. I'm going to make the first pair, or the mock-up pair, I guess, out of this blue fabric I got at the thrift store. It's pretty thick. I'm pretty sure it's cotton. I did do a burn test on it, but lately my burn tests have been faulty. Maybe I don't know as much about burn tests as I thought I did. I think it's a very soft looking fabric. It reminds me, its drapiness reminds me a bit of linen. I'm pretty sure I have enough here to make a pair of pants. That'll be the first pair. The second pair, I'm going to use this blue twill I got at the thrift store at the same time. It's very soft. I think it's slightly synthetic, but it's also it also has cotton or some kind of natural fiber in it, according to my rudimentary burn test. I think that this is a lovely color, and it'll result in a more tailored and classic looking pair of pants, whereas that first fabric will make it look more relaxed, which means I'll probably wear those more at home, but these will be good for business casual, for work. The next pair of pants I want to make are the Pinion pants, also by So Liberated. They are a wider leg pant, which I've been really enjoying lately, and they have interesting features that make them kind of look like cargo pants, but they're like a classy cargo pant, so I think these will be nice to wear to work. I got this green polyester fabric from my little sister. She gave it to me for free, and I'm going to use this to make the first pair of Pinion pants. I'm not sure if this is the right material to use, but we'll give it a try. And then the second pair I want to make out of this fabric that I got at the thrift store, which is probably a cotton blend. And I think this will make really cute cargo style pants because it's plaid, so it's like clashing 2 different fashion ideals into one, which is interesting to me. I've talked about this pattern before, the Peppermint in the Folds pattern. This is a free pattern you can download or pay what you want. It is another wide leg pattern, and it has a curved waistband, and it has shaping in darts at the back. So this has the capability to be a pattern that I could make fit me pretty well, but I'm nervous about it. That's why it's the third pair of pants I'm gonna make. This first pair, the Chantal pants, I think will have a lot more wiggle room in terms of fit, which will hopefully raise my confidence level in making pants. Back to the wide leg pants. This is a free pattern, or pay what you want pattern. I already talked about this. This has a stain on it. This didn't have a stain on that before. Hopefully it'll wash out. This is a water yellow cotton corduroy material that I'm going to use to make those wide-legged pants. The last section of patterns I want to talk about for my sewing plans are not clothing items, or they're not clothing items for me. The first thing I want to make is the Roberts Wood kit pattern, which is an adorable bow tote bag. It's called the Sarah 3D Bow Patchwork Bag. I will film the process of this. I'm going to use up a bunch of my scraps for it. I'm going to use these 2 scraps, which are left over from my bow pants, and these will be for the triangles in between the bows. And then I'm going to use this sheet that is to shreds because I've used it for a lot of things. I'm going to use this as the lining as well as the bow pieces. You need to cut 40 of each of those, so that's what I'm going to use for that. And that'll use up a bunch of my scraps, which is grand. There's 2 different versions of this bag. There's the shopper version, which is this one, but there's also the round version. You can do the shopper version, which is this with the short strap, or this with the long strap, or you can do the round version, which is this with the short strap and this with the long strap. I'm going to be doing the round version for this first bag because you know I'm going to be making more, and I'm probably going to do the short strap. The reason I want to do the round version is because I'm going to be using this as a crochet project bag. I have a bunch of trips at the end of the month, and it'd be nice to have a cute bag that I can store my crochet project in so that I can tote that around with me. And the round version of the bag has a drawstring closure, so that's perfect. And the last thing I'm planning to make in the upcoming months is underwear for my husband. I got this blue cotton spandex blend fabric. I have not opened it yet. I'm not going to open it yet until right before I make it. I looked at a bunch of different underwear patterns for men, and seeing as I've never made underwear for my husband before, it was hard to choose because he doesn't really know what he likes and I don't really know what he likes. So I chose this, the Jolly Gerald pattern. I'll link it below. It has a bunch of different views, but what I like about it is that it's boxer shorts, or like a short version of the underwear. I think that's called briefs. I don't know. Anyway, I think that this will work well for underwear for my husband. I ordered some elastic online for that as well because you're supposed to use 2-inch elastic going around, but the elastic I ordered was very stiff and uncomfortable. It would not work well for underwear because underwear has to be comfortable. So I think I'm gonna change the pattern a bit to be usable for my fold over elastic that I use for my own underwear because I find that very comfortable, and I'm sure he will too. And I'm going to try making it without the pouch opening and see how he likes that because he never uses that on his current underwear, but we were both hypothesizing that maybe that slit is there in order to make room for growth. I'm going to make one pair without the slit opening and see how comfortable that is for him, and then eventually I'll make a few pairs for him. That is the extent of my sewing plans for right now. I'm sure it'll change because it changes constantly as I'm inspired by other creators or just things that I feel like I need in my wardrobe. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found some inspiration in the patterns that I showed you, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.